All right, going live, late night live here. Now, if you're watching this as a playback, I would love it if you'd comment down below with what topic you like the most in this with a timestamp. And that way, if there's enough comments down there with timestamps, we can get that information that you're looking for a little bit quicker. There's nothing more that I dislike on YouTube than watching an hour live playback. It's a lot of fun joining live with when it's live, but watching an hour long live playback. And I don't know how long we're going to go tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of different things tonight. And I'm going to give just a minute for people to join in. If you're there, say hey. Senor Blondie, welcome. So some of the things that I've been up to and what I want to talk about tonight, and the biggest reason why I want to do a live video right now is actually to tell you about a giveaway. So I have been given a couple of these. They are the Kilojoule 3s, the KJ3 chalk pots from Kinetic Climbing. And actually, I don't know if I could necessarily say given these, more had the opportunity to receive them because so many people have been going to kineticclimbing.com and using the discount code ClimberDad. Saves you a little bit of money, but it also gives me some credit with Kinetic Climbing. So I was able to use that credit to get a couple of these. So these will be coming up. This is going to be the first giveaway. Go to climberdad.com and sign up for the newsletter. That will join you in for the giveaway, and this will be happening on Wednesday. So there's not a whole lot of time left to join up and get this giveaway, but I am pretty excited about it. This is probably the most trick chalk pot or chalk bag, whatever you want to call it, that's out there. I've never seen anything quite like this. I have it. It's not perfect. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. This is mine right here. I've been using this for a few months now. Some of the cool things about it, it opens up. You can store, I've got some liquid chalk in here. I've got a big old chalk brush that I can take around with me, which this chalk brush is from Escape Climbing. If you're interested in getting a big chalk brush, I have links down in the description for the Kinetic Climbing discount code is ClimberDad. You can follow that link, and then also for Escape Climbing, we have a discount code there as well. If you just click on that link, it'll automatically populate. So it's a pretty nice brush. So this chalk pot, this is full of chalk. I just took one of these. This is a 4-ounce bag of Asana chalk, and I just opened it up and dumped it in here, and it just ate it up. So I've got tons of chalk in here. It's ready for me. It's ready for all of my friends, anybody that's there with me. In fact, if you guys ever see me out climbing, especially if I'm in a boulder field, and I will gladly, come up and say hi, use my chalk. Check this out. I'll probably have it with me unless it's a trad or sport area, and then you don't want to I'll have a smaller bag. But out in the boulder field, I should have this with me, and I love it when I go out there and meet you guys. It's fantastic. So, like I said, this is full of chalk. Okay, I can get in here, chalk up. The only chalk that will spill out of this bag is the chalk that's left after you pull your hand out. So that's open. This chalk bag is open right now. Nothing's spilling out. So this is the claim to be the world's first spill-proof chalk pot, and it's really pretty trick. Now, the one thing that I don't like about it, and this may not be an issue for a lot of you guys, but I really like to conserve my chalk. We mine it from the earth. It's not something that we just produce from plants or something like that right now. So I like to conserve it, and I don't like to have just a pile of chalk anywhere out on the rocks or in the climbing gym. So the one thing that I think that this bag is missing is a piece of felt or something that you can kind of wipe the excess off of your hands after you've dipped it into the chalk. So that's the one thing that I'm kind of missing in this. Other than that, this is super cool. So the one that's going to be up for grabs is this guy right here. It's black on black on black. Another thing that's really cool about this is that you have a huge pocket underneath for all your snacks and goodies, your cell phone, your wallet, your keys can go in here, so you can keep track of that when you're at the gym or the crag. When it's kind of secure, it's not just floating around on top of your crash pad. So that's a pretty sweet bag. So how you're going to do that, again, go to climberdad.com. On the landing page down at the bottom, there should be a place where you can sign up for the newsletter. And anyone that's signed up for that newsletter already, you're automatically going to be in the drawing. Anyone new that's signing up for it, you're going to be in there. So it should be pretty fun. I'm also going to have a link on my Instagram account. I should probably build up my Instagram account a little bit more. So to help that, I'm going to do that. So I will throw a link up after this video goes live on the Climber Dad on Instagram. And I'm not very Instagram literate or know what to do there, but it'll be up there. If I get more than 5 shares on it, I will include 4 ounces of the Asana chalk. If I get more than 10 shares on that post, I will throw in this bag as well with that. Now, I am paying for the shipping on this to go out, so I'm just gonna, it's the 48 states. If you are outside of the 48 states in the United States and you win, I will give you the option to pay for shipping. So that way you're not just completely left out. But shipping gets crazy expensive when you're going overseas. So I don't have the means to ship it anywhere in the world. But if you want to pitch in with and help me with the shipping, I will do that. So that should be pretty exciting. I'll from time to time, I'm going to look down. I'll read the comments, try to keep up with you guys. Let's see, how often will you be sending newsletters? I've had this going. People have signed up for the newsletter maybe close to a year now, and I have not sent a single one. So not very often. If you're worried about me like just bombarding your email, you don't have to. That is not a worry. I will send out, I'm working on a document right now for the simplest volume build. I've got 3 different designs for a volume that you guys can build at home. And it's just the absolute basic, most simplest ways that you can build a volume. And when that document is ready, it'll be posted up on my website for sale. It'll be pretty cheap. And once that's up there, I will be sending out a notification on my email through that email list. So those are some of the emails that you may get if you sign up for the newsletter. So, and any major changes that are happening in the channel, I'll also include that in there. So I hope that answers your question, Tyler, and put your mind at ease. My number one goal for Climber Dad is not to be stuck at the computer doing these things. I want to be out. I want to be out climbing just like you guys do. So that's where I'll be at. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you guys want to talk about. So what are some of the things that you wanna see? I get a lot of questions about climbing wall design, climbing wall build, especially the new home wall and the unfortunate events that are upon us that are kind of forcing us to be at home. When I was in high school, I started up my first business making climbing holds, which really didn't go very far. It was a really rough time in the 90s for climbing holds. And if you ever look, if you want a testament of this, look at some of the stories that Ian Powell talks about. He was there, he was shaping in this time, and you know, to be a shaper back then, you're really sacrificing quite a bit. At least that's how I felt, and I just, to keep up with those guys, like, I just couldn't do it. So I moved on, but my vision, my goal was to see a lot of people with home walls, and we went through circuits on with our climbing groups where we went to each other's climbing walls at home. And now that seems like that's becoming more of a reality. A lot of people are going to have home walls, and I think that we will start to see circuits form where you have your group of friends and you visit each other's home walls and climb on it. I don't think that would be a bad thing. So I think that would be good. I'm glad you're here too, Noah. Let's see. Do you have any home workouts recommendations? No, I don't. I am a builder more than I am. I'm a builder of walls more than a builder of the body. I try to get into home workouts, but I just, my passion is in the building of the structures. So I can talk a little bit about home workouts, but I'm not the guy that will give you the best information on that. There are some really educated, really dedicated people out there that are talking about specific workouts and recommendations that you can do. For myself, I think push-ups have been, as simple as that sounds, that has been what has helped me the most in my home workouts and just training, not climbing for climbing, if that makes sense. No, I'm building a home wall right now and would love a rundown of some ideas by sometime picking your brain. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's kind of what I'm hoping to do tonight, is to just kind of get some ideas out there for home walls. And I'm going to start out first talking about the design. I think that there's never a really great thing that is built or created without a plan. Plans are really important. Whether or not that plan is just in your mind or written down in paper, that can differ. But I really think that if you're going to create something really great, a plan is going to help. And you may get lucky and just wing it and build something great, but I guarantee you, if you had a plan behind that, you could have fine-tuned it more and made it even better than what it was. So have a plan. I like to use SketchUp. SketchUp to draw my walls out and plan them out. And I do a lot in my mind. I don't know if everybody can do this, but I can envision and see the objects that I'm trying to create in my mind, and I can take it apart, and I can just envision it and take it apart and put it together and see how things are going to fit together in my mind. And so I do that a lot, but I still use the SketchUp, and it helps even more. And you can go through different renditions and things. Angles of walls. Let's talk about angles of walls really quick. There's been a lot of talk about the angles of walls in the gym. So really quick, Ben, the giveaway is going to be this right here. It's the KJ3, the world's first spill-proof chalk pot. It is a $44 value. However, if you go to their website, you can use the discount code ClimberDad and save $4.40 on it. So it's $39 at that point. It's a really cool chalk pot. It's a real trick. Okay, so let's jump back to angles. We had a lot of different angles in the climbing gym, Clarksville Climbing. We had dead vertical. We had 10 degrees overhanging, 20 degrees overhanging, 30 degrees overhanging, 45, and 60. We also had a slab wall. And the most well-rounded spot or angle, I would say, was the 30-degree wall. You can get the most advanced climber on it, or you could get the most beginner climber on it. So if you're building a home wall and you want it to be rounded out for everybody, and it's going to be a fixed angle, fix it at 30 degrees. That's my recommendation. Something else you want to think about when you're building a home wall, I would try to avoid dead vertical. Dead vertical is going to get boring really fast, even for little kids. You got to give them a little bit. And 30 degrees is not much. In fact, I would say that a 30-degree wall is going to be safer than a dead vertical wall, because when you fall on it, you're not going to have this scraping experience where you're going down or where you're going to hit other holds on the way down. You're going to be falling down to the mat instead of into something. So I really like the 30-degree wall for that. Now, if the only person that's going to be climbing on this wall is advanced climbers, and you want to work on your strength and it suits your style and what you're going for with the overhangs, then go to 45. But I think once you get past 45, the climbing changes, and instead of the pulling motion that you're doing with your arms, you're doing more of a swinging motion, like on the monkey bars. And it actually gets a little bit easier depending on the holds that you put on it, of course. But yeah, between 30 and 45 degrees is my ideal angle that I would build my walls at. And that's for a home wall. Now, a climbing gym, you want to have all of the varieties. You want to have all kinds of fun, different shapes that excite the mind, that get you going. So those are some good things to talk about. Now, I also mentioned that I am going to talk about the best gift that you can get for any climber for $25. And I would love to see the comments, the live comments going on with this. I don't think you can go wrong with this. Every climber that I know loves chalk. Now, when I lived out west, I used very little chalk. In fact, I still have the first bag of chalk that I bought in 1995 in my garage, because it was about this size too. It was about a 4 ounce. It was maybe a little bit bigger, but it was the Metolius Super Chalk. That was the first chalk I bought. I used it, but I've used very little of it. But I still enjoyed chalk, and if somebody gave me some chalk, then I'd be happy about it. Now, there are some chalk snobs out there. I'll use a Sauna chalk. I'll use I love Metolius Super Chalk. That's great stuff. There's a lot of chalk. There's only one chalk brand that I don't like. I'm not going to mention it because we don't need the negatives. But there's one brand of chalk that no one will turn their nose up at. Not a single person. And I have put the link for that chalk in the description below. So if you want to see my take on that, what the chalk, the best chalk that no one will be unhappy to receive as a gift as a climber now. If you're giving your grandma a bag of chalk, climbing chalk, and she does not climb, because I know there are some grandmas out there that do climb. But if you're giving somebody some climbing chalk that doesn't climb, they might not like that. But for climbers, no one will be disappointed with this chalk that I have down in the description below. Check that out. So there is the best #1 gift. We've got some more comments here. Your videos are really helpful. Right now I am making 12x8 custom angle changing self-standing wall with a metal frame. That's awesome. I'm working on a design right now actually with a metal frame at my home in India. Thanks so much for your videos. You're welcome. I hope that my videos continue to be helpful. That's a big goal. I'm not here because I think I'm gonna get rich on this super niche market where it's climbing. The climbing world is super small as compared to the rest of the YouTube market, right? And then the DIY climbing is even smaller. So I'm really doing it because I want to give it back. That's just who I am. I want to give back now, and I do hope that I can receive also. I have the vision where I can focus more on this type of work and support my family with it than other types of work. But if that doesn't come, then that doesn't come, and I'll be just as happy as I am right now helping you guys. So thanks. Now, that actually brings me up to another topic, because if you've been following the channel, you may have seen kind of a change in content that's been coming out. It's been maybe getting off of the DIY track a little bit. And I want to talk a little bit about that. And I'm going to open it up by a conversation that I just had with one of my friends. I try to follow what I call the small promptings of the spirit. Now, you can call this a gut feeling, you can call this chi energy, or I don't know. You can call this anything, but those gut feelings that comes up when somebody just pops into your mind, and I need to talk to this person. If I find that it's best to follow those promptings, and I reached out to one of my friends recently, and I just talked to him, and I thought I was helping him out, but actually it turns out he was really helping me out. And he's an immigrant to the US, and he just kind of told me his story a little bit, and it made me understand how blessed we are to have anything in our lives. The opportunity for us to go climb and to live in a world where we can say, I want to devote my energy to rock climbing is really incredible. Now, rock climbing can give you a lot back, and I feel that it's a microcosm for life, really. We have these problems that we put up on the boulders of life, and we get to overcome those. We get to prove to ourselves that we are strong, that we can achieve, and we can take that from climbing and apply it into our real world. So that's really amazing that we have the opportunity to do that. Despite that, the closure of Clarksville Climbing has really, really rocked my soul. And I try not to talk about this. I try to stay as super positive on the channel as much as I can. But it's really kind of taken me back, and it's still kind of hard to talk about. We closed in August. It's now December. July 31st was the last time that we had climbers in the gym. And I think whenever you pour your heart and soul, I mean, we really put into it. My family made sacrifices. I made sacrifices. And to lose that, I definitely felt like I lost a part of myself, and I've been kind of down and out for a while, and I feel like I'm getting back on my feet. And so hopefully we'll get some build projects, build videos going, and we're going to get back towards that area. I really love doing that. I actually reached out to a company that I used to work for, as called Rockworks USA, and it's possible that I am going to be doing some work for them in the near future, maybe traveling out to Utah to build a home wall out there. And yes, these big, large companies that go in and make these 20,000 square foot climbing gyms will also build your home wall. It's not cheap, but you do get what you pay for. The products that they give is really quite amazing. Hi, Tavin. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, I'll hopefully be working for Rockworks. Just to tell you, it was really interesting when I was talking to their CEO about what's going on in the industry. We have really slowed down. Obviously, 2020 has rocked a lot of people, and it gets crazier and crazier as it goes on. And you know what? I don't think when the year turns to 2021 that it's going to actually get better. Okay? It'll be different just because it's day by day, things change. And hopefully we can take advantage of those opportunities that are presented. So those are some things that you're going to be seeing coming up with Climber Dad. I am working on a steel frame climbing wall that you can build at home. That I would like to actually sell it as a kit if I can. Let me know if that would be something that you'd be interested in. I don't have a price on what the kit would cost, but it would be fairly simple for you to bolt it together. It would be like an erector set. Not quite like Legos, because there will be nuts and bolts involved, but it should be just putting it together. If you can build IKEA furniture, you would be able to build this. Well, it'll probably be more heavy, because so I hope to keep on giving you guys the inspiration. Hey, Jasper, thanks for chiming in there. I'm glad to give you guys some help during this quarantine. I am just, it's happening again, this quarantine. Oh, but we'll get through it. And I think it's amazing that we're still able to go and climb, and even if it's at our homes, and keep on working on that art that gives us so much back. So anyways, if you do you guys have any other questions that you want to talk about? I know that there's a lot that I'm missing out. Like, I had so much that I wanted to talk about tonight, and it's late. I've been working hard. I've got I'm doing some welding work right now, just not climbing related, but some good work to help pay the bills. Today was a pretty long day. I'm kind of tired. But yeah, let's see. Please, Noah says, please Please make your directions more simple than IKEA. I hope to, but if you saw the first edition of the home climbing wall build plans, you'll know that I don't know if I can make that happen, but I will be here to support you in that. Yeah, and maybe I'll make like a private video to go with that build. That would be pretty cool. So that might be something that we can do, so you can see things coming together and how it works. So thanks for being true and spreading the climbing you love, the climbing love. Thank you. I hope that you guys have a good night. I'm gonna sign off with that. Go check out those links down below. The best gift for any climber, $25. And then I've got the discount codes for escape climbing and kinetic climbing. Both of those give the channel back a little bit. And then also, I've started to design some shirts. I've got some fun shirts out there. There's one shirt that I just made. It's called the Naughty List. You got to check that out. Go to climberdad.com/merchandise and then click on the Teespring link there, and it'll show, you can see all the different t-shirt designs there. Pretty good. So hope to see you guys next time right here on Climber Dad.